What's the crack, people? So I have a few things to say first and foremost, right? So people know why I'm actually doing this here. I don't give a shit about the Nick Williams, Stephen, or Mountain Man, should I say? We're calling him Mountain Man just in case our channel gets flagged. The Nick Williams Mountain Man scenario. I don't care about that situation. The only reason I'm doing this is because the Mountain Man made a statement against me saying that Nick Williams was paying me money, right? Nick Williams has never paid me money, right? And I've asked the Mountain Man to elaborate on this and show evidence that he has against me, and he can't. There is no evidence, guys, because it didn't happen. It was a baseless lie, and he shouldn't have said that. If the Mountain Man hadn't have said that, I wouldn't be doing this now, guys. I wouldn't be doing this, right? Now, what's up on the screen is Nick Williams' passport. He's asked me to take out his middle name because he doesn't want people. And I've took out certain numbers just in case, just for safety reasons. I don't know if them numbers are irrelevant in this, but listen, as you can see up on the screen, Nicholas Williams, British citizen, born 11th of April, 63, right? So that Nick is 59, the 11th of April, and he wasn't 37 in 2007. So the article about Nick, that wasn't the Nicholas Williams that comments underneath stuff. That isn't the same Nicholas Williams. Now, Nick has actually sent me proof that he was in Sweden and he's doing an acro, and he sent me confirmation that the acro is being processed and he will be giving me this, right? If there's any mods in, guys, I'm giving you full permission. Anybody that bounces over from the channel, the Clown's channel, you know who I'm on about, the Clown of YouTube, please block them. I have blocked Stephen Farthing from this channel because of certain things that he's been saying to me, and you'll see why. I'm going to show you a whole message chat between me and Steve, because I give this man the right to reply, and he didn't even just say no. He was being very, very odd, and it looks like he was trying to intimidate me in some way, shape, or form. But yes, just to state again, once again, the only reason I'm here doing this is because a lie was said about me. A lie that Nick Williams was paying me money, and I'm not letting this go, guys. I'm not letting this go because it's absolutely disgusting. To come out with a lie like that is just disgusting. Now, I feel sorry for the Mountain Man, and I want to tell you why I feel sorry for him, because I think he's being used. I think he's being used by the Clown of YouTube, right? This guy here obviously has issues, and I don't take any happiness in doing this, guys, but he's being used on YouTube by the other side of YouTube, by the Clown of YouTube. Now, if you go over to the Clown of YouTube, you will see that this person has made countless videos about me, and I have made no reaction. And after today, they'll be going forward, I will be making no videos about this person. I'm not even saying this person's name, right? But just know who I'm on about. They're using the Mountain Man, and it's absolutely disgusting. I think he was put up to say this lie, but now they have to back this lie up. And it's disgusting. I've got the full message log, and I will be showing you that I've asked him on several occasions to back this lie up, and he didn't. He wouldn't. He just couldn't. And I've asked him said to him, listen, you've got your right to reply. You can come on. No, Nick, just me and you. And he gets very, very strange. So, yeah, if you just don't know who the Clown is, figure it out, guys, because I'm not saying this person's name. I don't want to be affiliated with this person. This person, to me, is an evil entity that just tries to destroy people for no reason whatsoever, right? So, as you can see on the screen, this is the proof, the evidence that Nick Williams has provided to me, along with the letter. I haven't shown the letter because I don't know how to safe proof the letter, just in case it compromises Nick in any way, shape, or form from the creeps on YouTube. So Nick Williams, British citizen, 11th of April, 63. So there you go, guys. There you go, right? So that's not he wasn't 37 in 2007, like the article said. Now, just to touch on that article just a little bit, guys. The article was posted by I think it was a Ben Wilson. That channel has now been took down. The channel has been, they took their own channel down because, one, they realized that the article that they posted about Nick was untrue, and it wasn't this Nick Williams. Two, they went full dum-dum, and they said to me that why was I contradicting myself in saying that Nick was in Sweden while Nick was saying he was in the Arctic. Well, what this dum-dum didn't realize was Sweden has Arctic territories, and the person deleted their channel straight afterwards. So this person who done this posted this and tried to ruin a person. I don't care, Fighting Irish, if he texts me. You live 4 miles away from me, mate. If you want to speak to me face to face, you know where I live, mate. So, he can text you. I'll speak to your face. Do you know what I mean? I think it's absolutely disgusting that a person can just lie. Do you know what I mean? So, right, then we're going to go on. I'm sick of this here, guys. After this here, I'm doing no more. But you just have to understand, the only reason I'm doing this is because he said that Nick was giving me money, and he hasn't been able to back that up because it's untrue. If he hadn't have said that, I wouldn't be doing this right now, guys. You just have to understand that. I don't see, if Nick Williams is guilty of something, I will destroy him. I'm not on the side of Nick Williams, and I'm not on the side of the Mountain Man, guys. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm on the side of the truth, right? So if people want to drag me into their shit, that's fine. You're going to have to back up your shit, because I will, and I'll be making no more videos on the Mountain Man after this. What's that? He says, yeah, I thought he was okay, but when he said about Rowan, yeah, mate, do you know what I mean? Fighting Irish, do you know what I mean, mate? You live 4 miles away from me. I meet up with you, and I'll show you some of the nastiest shit that I can't even show you on here, mate. I wouldn't even put it on here, right? I get involved with nobody's beef. Fighting Irish has his beef with people. I don't get involved with anybody's beef. But if people want to drag me into their beef, this is what you're going to fucking get, right? It's just as simple as that. So let's get into the message chat between me and the Mountain Man. How did I get away from this here? So as you can see, guys, let me just click back on. As you can see, guys, this is the first message that was sent to me. He actually sent me a picture of him. I said, hello, Steve, and he sent a picture. I don't think it's right for me to show the picture, because I wouldn't want to embarrass the man. But this is my proof, guys. This is my proof, right? He goes, please, did you receive the email today? I says, yes, I got your email, but no screenshots. Could you send them here, please? He goes, my mate from Belfast says, stay clear from you, right? So as you can see, I'm being very respectful to him. I'm not saying anything bad to him. There's only one other message before this. It's a picture of him and me saying hello. I'll prove that if you want, but I just didn't think it was right to show a picture of this guy, right? Now, he was supposed to send me screenshots. I never received any screenshots via email. If I have, I apologize. I'll check again. I've checked a few times and I can't find them. And straight off the bat, you can see he's playing games with me here. I seen that straight away. This guy's playing games with me, right? Now, we'll go forward, right? Let me just click back on. I goes, up to yourself, mate. You want right to reply. I offered it. I don't force people. I'm a family man involved with no bad shit. Your mate talks pure shite. Good day, Steve. And then I says, I don't play silly games, Steve. Right? So making it straight, that's me being respectful. His reply is, if you can see that, he replied to my up to yourself, mate. He goes, fuck you, bud, but you ain't right. Sorry, you've put out ugly ideas using me, which I've never had. I've just spoke to people, and I don't have any, I had no opinions prior. I have no opinions about this guy. And you'll watch from others now, adios. And I says, do one, mate, you're weird. Just like our tech full of silly name calling, grow a backbone. So you can see, guys, this guy is trying to bait me into a situation where I'm horrible to him, but it didn't work. Because honestly, I think that he's being used by the clown of YouTube, honestly. Then we'll go on. There's a few of these. There's like 20 of these. I goes, I've been nice to you, and all you've done is lie about me saying Nick was giving me money. You fucked up with that lie, mate, and you don't like I could possibly get to the bottom of things. I'm on the side of the truth, regardless where that is. I'm not I'll not be dealing with your behavior and clear intimidation. If you do not want to reply, that's up to you. Do not waste my time, please. Right? Being clear with this here, guys. Being 100% clear with this. And then he goes on, one last request, please be cool and check the email I sent you with much of my conversation with our tech. Please, Ronan Holden, I didn't set out to upset. It's not in my nature. Please kindly remove the podcast about me until you have a clear version from both sides, please. Well, I give him the opportunity to come on to the right to reply, and he's refused, right? So I'm taking no content down from a person who's telling me what to do with my channel. I've never met this person, and he holds no control over me whatsoever. And then he replied again. He says, if I've implied something that many be asking how you're able to opinion from only one side. I don't know what that means. You've not a clear mind or path for others. You've set trails and ideas, not on, but not one bit. Question family, man. Right. So you can see he's trying to bait me in here, guys, and I don't fall for it, right? And then I said, I've spoke only what you and Nick have said from your own mouth. If you're angry about that, then you're angry with yourself. And you have to understand that, guys, right? You have to understand this, guys, right? I've never formed my own opinion. When I have formed my own opinion, it's been what came from these people's mouths, Nick and Farthing. I both think Nick and Farthing, and if you're watching this, I hope you don't mind me saying this. And Farthing, I hope you don't mind me saying this. Your head's up your hole, both of you, right? Stop being goalie bags and grow up, right? I've spoke only what you and Nick have said from your own mouth. I've looked at the emails, but yet to receive any screenshots. If you can send, so I asked him for a second time, and he didn't receive any. So the mountain man replied, please, how are you to suggest anger or weird or insult towards others you know nothing of is of yourself? Family, man, go love your family and stop hating the world. Never hated this man once, and I think out of all the YouTubers, I bring the less drama, guys. I don't do that. I know I could come on here and make 30 videos about this and be an Uncle K and drag this out and get loads of subs and views, but I don't do that, guys, because that's not what I'm about. And then I say, let me just scroll in here a wee bit. Oh, can you see that? I'll read this out for you, right? If you can't see this. Steve, you have accused me of bullying, being paid by Nick, and I've done nothing on you apart from giving you the right to reply. Maybe there is a language barrier where you don't understand what I'm saying. I will not be intimidated into taking content down off my channel, and I certainly won't proceed with this conversation while you're not making sense. I have offered you the right to reply, and it's a simple yes or no. Do not text me unless you're willing to be level-headed, right? Okay? Hope you're getting all this, guys. This is the funny part, right? So he goes, I'm bored, you're ugly, bye-bye, right? So who's bullying who, guys? Look, I don't give a shit about bullying. Don't really care, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter to me in the slightest. Don't care. I laughed. I actually found that funny, right? That's why I put laughy faces. He goes, I'm bored, you're ugly, bye-bye. I laughed. And then he says, I'll allow you to keep texting for we both learning and earning from it. I hope how to balance rather than insinuating and bullying and positioning. I don't know. Maybe this guy worked for the FBI. I don't know. Very, very paranoid. And I says, dead on, mate. Have a great day. No more texting. You've told me everything I need to know, which he had. I can't get any reason from this guy. So, do you know what I mean? Let me see. I generally have a very calm and happy life, for I choose this unfortunate others don't choose. Well, I don't know about that, mountain man, because the thing about it is, mate, you're telling everybody that you're hungry, and I was going to before you said that I give Nick money, I wanted to actually send you money, to help you out. I thought somebody was going to set up a GoFundMe for you. I wanted to send you money, even if it was just 20 quid or something, whatever I can afford, right? Just to help you out. You know what I mean? Because you look like you're in a bad state. So if you're telling people that people are, are unfortunate, well, you're living in the wilderness. Do you know what I mean? So if you choose to do that and you're suffering, then you choose to suffer. Now, this is where it gets really weird, guys, right? This is where it gets really, really weird, right? He starts sending me jokes, and I haven't read this. You're going to get my first reaction from this here because I haven't read this. I can't even scroll into it. Let me just scroll in here. Can I get that part now? Oh, what am I doing? 13 was it? Where am I at here? Yes. So I'm going to read this for you. A woman awakes during the night to find that her husband is not in bed. She puts on her robe and goes downstairs to look for him. She finds him sitting at the kitchen table with a hot cup of coffee in front of him. He appears to be in deep thought, just staring at the wall. She watches as he wipes a tear from his eye and takes a sip of his coffee. "What's the matter, dear?" she whispers as she steps into the room. "Why are you down there at this time of night?" The husband looks up from his coffee. "It's the 20th anniversary of the day we met." She can't believe he has remembered and starts to tear up. Right. The husband continues. Listen, guys, I'm not even going to read that. It's just a weird one. I'm not going to lie. It's creeping me out even reading that. It's creeping me out, guys. I swear to God, that's creeping me out. I'm just going to move on from that because that is actually creepy. Like, so he sends me some sort of like joke or something, right? So then we come to here, right? And this is the day after. I just stopped texting him and I say, "Steve, are you willing?" Can you see that okay, guys? I say, "Steve, are you willing?" Let me just scroll in here a wee bit. He goes, "Steve," I said, because I just ignored what he said to me. I said, "Steve, are you willing to come on Tuesday to have your say? I will be going on with the Mass Detective UK because we have dissected this from top to bottom and questions need answered. You have your opportunity to have your say. It's not if not all good. Also, I'd like to know who told you the lie that Nick has been given money, or did you concoct that yourself?" Right? So as you can see there, I'm asking again about the lie. I'm asking again who's right. This is his reply. I'll just scroll in here. Maybe. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'll read this out for you. Sorry if you can't hear me there. Maybe in about 6 months, when all education is available for you. Thank you for our experiences. I'm very happy it cost neither of us anything yet. I made a video you're welcome to do and say as you've started, but I ask, wait some time first, please. I have had a life of adventure. My wisdom is apparently very much similar to most cultures I've met. I really am trying to help you. Always was my approach. Unfortunately, the venom is very toxic. Good luck. And I don't understand what that means. Ronan Holden, family man, sir. So I don't know if you can see that properly. Apologize. Somebody just made tea. Somebody, my wife's just made tea, right? Just interrupted us there. But well, I've got myself a coffee. I bought myself a coffee. So, right. The thing about it is, right, As you can see, I asked him on many occasions to prove. He didn't, because there is no proof. I gave him the right to reply. He refused. And if you look who he's affiliating himself with, the clown of YouTube, then you'll see that it's not good, guys. It's not good. So that's my side of things. He shouldn't have lied, or I wouldn't be in this situation right now. I would just between him and Nick. But it's got, as it stands, it's got nothing to do with me. But he shouldn't have lied about me, or I wouldn't have had to do this. So let me just take this off. Stop sharing. So actually, what I'll share one more time here, guys, if you want, just so you know. So let me scroll in. As you can see, once again, Nick has proved himself. He sent his passport. Nicholas Williams, 11th of April, 63. So the article that was made wasn't the Nicholas Williams that was, because Nick couldn't be 37 in 2007. Okay. But still, he's providing me with other letters to prove, and official paperwork too that he sent away for, which will be sent to me. So there's not much more I can say, guys. Is there anything you want to say, Mass Detective?
Well, all I can say, to be honest with you, is in regards to the videos that the Mountain Man has put up himself. I went through them, and you know, look, I can run through some of the stuff that he said in these videos, which.
See, while we're just up close and personal, see what we do. Can I say something here, right? And I need to really state this, because some people don't have the ability to retain information. So I have to keep repeating. I have to keep repeating myself, so people totally understand where I'm coming from. I would not be doing this if the Mountain Man hadn't have said Nick Williams was paying me money. If he hadn't have said that, I would have just let Nick Williams and him deal with that by themselves, and I would have just been dealing with the whole acro thing that Nick sent me. But the fact that the Mountain Man has said to me, Nick Williams has paid you money, and I've says prove that, because it's not true, and he hasn't proved that, and he's continuing to lie about me, then that's why I'm here. So people come onto my channel and say, why did you not just move by this? Well, it's very hard when people are telling lies about you and you're calling them out on their lies. If anybody lies about you, you have to call them out. Simple as that. I can categorically say Nick Williams has never sent me any money, ever, right? So I would urge this guy, if this is the last video I will be making on this, I don't want anything to do with the clown of YouTube. It's a disgusting, narcissistic, evil entity that portrays to be an anti-cyberbully. But if you go over and you look at that person's channel, that person's made countless videos about me, and you look at my channel, I've made practically none, right? So that's the proof. This person is a cyberbully, and this clown is duping you all. And this clown is using the Mountain Man. She's using a person with possibly a mental illness. That's she's using it for. The clown is using the Mountain Man for gain. Right. This is the last video I'll be making on this person. This person is exposing themselves here. Right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, you know what it was, brother. Yeah? Obviously, I don't want to hang around with liars or fucking cheats or anything like that. So, obviously, Nick being India free, and obviously this shit coming up and fucking whatever, all this bollocks. I thought, you know what? Let me look into the videos, because we've heard Nick's side. Let me look into what this the Mountain Man is talking about. So I looked in there, and that's when I found that he was accusing Nick of paying you. That's why I informed you about it. But he claims in his video that he's never bullied or harassed anybody. But I mean, if you look at the definition of bullying and harassing, and you go through his videos, it's exactly what he's done. Then he said that he's only been abusive in a defensive manner. He's been extremely abusive, threatening, and out of control, seeing red occasionally, where he doesn't know what happened until hours after. He's also said that he's had many false charges made against him because he was out of control. He's also said that he's had loads of people who have made accusations about him. Obviously, he's also said that Nick was paying you. And obviously, yeah, you need to see proof of the accusation. And if he doesn't have anything, then he's a liar. And if he does, and he doesn't want to dish it out, then obviously him and the person in conjunction are liars. If that's the case, he's also claimed that you've bullied him, Ronan, and you've silenced him, and that you've took Nick's side on the story, which you've cleared up.
Three videos I've made stating that I'm on the side of the truth, and the only reason I'm making these videos is because the Mountain Man has said that Nick has paid me. Right now, that is absolutely disgusting. Right, so here's one for you. The whole altercation between him and Nick Williams and the Mountain Man happened in sort of, I think it was Halloween time. So he's saying that he has information from then. I wasn't in contact with Nick then, ever, from that stage. I've only been in contact with Nick for the past few months, right? Now, so how could he have that? That's another... Do you get what I'm saying? How would he know that? Even if it did happen, how would he know that? It's just false on all corners, right? And this is where all of them have fucked up, in my opinion. They've fucked up, and this is where the clown's been exposed for using a person with mental illness. And Johnny Woodsman's just said, and it's a good point. I know people have their beef with Johnny, but listen, I've moved by my beef with Johnny, and fair play to him. He's getting better, whatever, right? Okay, fair play to Johnny. Do you know what I mean? Johnny says the adult thing to do is not enable their delusions and be nice to them. No, I disagree with that. You have to be nice to everybody, right? But I had Nick Williams on my show, and he talked about his life. No drama, no conspiracy theories to do with Sean Atwood and all that bollocks, right? I don't believe any of that shit. I've told Nick this. I don't believe that bollocks, right? I'm not a yes man. I don't believe any of that shit. But I've had Nick on to talk about his life. And I pride myself in that because this is an unknown guy that doesn't have a big social media platform. I'm a small channel, and that got over 1K views for an unknown guy because we talked about interesting stuff to do with his life. I wasn't enabling this guy's delusions. I was talking about his life. I'm entitled to talk about people's lives, just like if I got Johnny Woodsman on to talk about his life. That's not me enabling Johnny Woodsman's delusions. I'm just interested in Johnny Woodsman's life, which he's more than welcome to come on and do. Talk about no drama and just about his life. So I enable nobody's delusions. I like to talk to interesting people. That's it. There's no ulterior motives or backdoors or any of this crap with me. Just want to speak to interesting people. These are weirdos, guys. Weirdos of YouTube. The clowns. Don't want nothing to do with them. You lie about me, and this is what's going to happen, right? I'll be honest with you. I would be honest with you, right? Sorry to go into a rant there, Master Tech.
No, that's right. You're more than welcome to. But obviously, it is a defamation of character as well. He also said that Nick paid Decker. So I messaged him, and I did say, do you have proof of this? He said no. So again, another lie. He also claimed, the Mountain Man, that Nick was Decker's admin. Which when I asked him, do you have proof of this? He said no. So again, another lie. Then he said to Nick, you better start paying me monthly, or you better give me a big lump sum. Otherwise, you will be losing lots and lots. Well, that's a threat. And obviously, Nick only stayed with him for 28 hours. So realistically, he should have only given him fucking a tuppence for staying the 28 hours, yeah. He also claims, the Mountain Man, that he's a sour person because of his upbringing. Well, that's no one else's problem but his own. He's also said that he has been in 2 psychiatric units. He also said he has no enemies but himself. But then you still have enemies because, you know, yourself is an enemy. So that's a bit of a hypocritical statement. He was also caught wearing Nick's t-shirt. He's also a storyteller because that's all he says in his video, that he can tell a lot of stories. He also said that Nick might be a predator. Obviously, Nick is going to do a subject.
Can I
Yeah, go on.
elaborate? I need to elaborate on that, right? Because I seen videos, he was commenting flat out underneath my stuff saying this isn't true about Nick, this article isn't true about Nick. And then I do believe he got speaking to the clown of YouTube, who probably sort of coaxed this vulnerable man into saying this stuff on YouTube for personal gain. Now, I don't hate the mountain man here, guys. I actually am very sympathetic towards this guy here. I'm just calling this person out on a lie that I do believe that he's been pushed to do. He stated that that was not Nick. He believed that wasn't Nick. And then the next day, after being on the clown's channel, he comes out with all this stuff. So very, very dangerous people, guys. The clown is a very, very dangerous person, right? And unfortunately for the clown, she's came up with a person like myself who's super clean, who's never done anything really bad in his life, right? Nothing really bad, right? Normal shit, getting drunk and fucking acting like a fool, but no bad things, right? So I'm super clean, and I've got a clean conscience, and I'm able to come out here and say this shit. So, this clown's a very, very dangerous, narcissistic, evil entity. You have to understand that, and I'm on nobody's side, guys. I'm on nobody's side, and I'm calling out a few people here today, guys. A few people that sort of said bad things to Nick, labeled him, bigger channels than me labeled this guy a predator without any evidence, because they were looking for fresh meat for content. I will never be collaborating with these people. These people are dead to me. These people don't exist to me. I've took them out of the recommendations off my YouTube, right? I don't want anything to do with these people. I'm not just talking about the clown, right? That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, so Nick basically is up, like, he showed his passport, he's giving you information of where he was, he's doing a subject access form. In one of Mountain Man's videos, he said he's not going to do a subject access form. Everyone knows it's free, you can do it online, you just send it to, but it's all done by email or whatever. Anyway, he refuses to do one. So he agreed, obviously Mountain Man agreed, slapping or punching Nick. Let me think where else it is. Yeah, and obviously he did say that Nick better start paying monthly, or he better pay you a lump sum. Nick, I believe, has overblew the situation. Maybe
100%.
he wasn't abducted or tortured, but attacked and robbed.
Yes.
I'm in the process of going through some more video.
That's what we believe, guys. We don't believe everything that comes out of Nick Williams's mouth, right? He's just perceived the situation a certain way. Everybody has their own truth. It doesn't mean that they're lying. He believes that he was abducted, but we don't believe he was abducted. We believe that he needed to get out of his house for whatever reason, right? We believe that he started a silly Facebook page, right, trying to expose local criminality, right? Like, what are you doing, mate? Do you know what I mean? What are you doing, Nick? Protect yourself, mate. You're not a CIA operative here. Like, you're just a man with a computer, right? And wherever he was in Spain, local people started harassing him. He feared for his life. He went up to the mountain man's house, and we believe the mountain man maybe took advantage of him. And Nick Williams told this guy about his inheritance, what he was left, how much money he gets, and Nick Williams started getting on people's tits, or they got on each other's tits, and money was took. He was only there for 28 hours, guys, and money was took on him. He was marched down to an ATM machine, and money was taken him. That came from their mouth, not mine. That's not my opinion. This is what they're saying, the mountain man and Nick Williams. So this isn't my opinion. This is what they're saying. Do you get what I'm saying? So if he was only there for 28 hours, then technically what he owed him €20 or something. So the rest of the money was thieved on him. Do you know what I mean? And I kind of say this, sorry to interrupt you again, Master. I apologize. Nick, me and Nick have had very little contact up to here, because obviously when there's an ACRO and process and things like that, like a subject access request, the proper one, the one that Dekahiki didn't do. Well then, there's very little contact, because I'm waiting for that to come through. But the only thing Nick has said to me is, Ronan, I really want my things back, because I've got family heirlooms up in the mountain man's house, and I can't get them back because of the threat of violence. I can't get these back. And he's actually wearing my clothes online. And I'm sitting here going well, it's your fault. Like, I feel really, really bad about that, but it's your fault that you're in this situation. You put yourself in this situation. You have done this to yourself, Nick. It's not my fault, mate. You have done this to yourself. I can't get your things back. Only you can. Getting involved with these people. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out you shouldn't have got involved with these fucking people. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's not my fault. Do you know what I mean? So, but I felt bad for him that he is in this situation and he can't get his things back. He feels like he can't get his things back.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot more into, you know, the story of what Nick says and what he says, which obviously ain't going to be covered on this. Now, obviously, I will try and do a video of Nick's side, this guy's side, and then a spectator's view of the whole situation. Because, you know, all right, why should people be bothered about these people online? You should be bothered because it affects everybody and it drags people into situations that probably don't even need to be dragged into. But one of the statements that Mountain Man made is that basically he was sitting there after Nick left to go up to the mountain to collect his stuff. And then the Mountain Man says that he see his friend Otto carrying Nick back down. Now, I thought that was a bit of fucking, because it come out of his mouth, remember, carrying him down. He walked off and now he's being carried back. So whether the Mountain Man text his friend, because it is his friend, he claims it's his friend, up at the mountains and said, look, you know, Nick's got an extra bit of cash on him, take it off him or whatever. Who knows?
But that's just an opinion, guys. That's just an opinion.
That's an opinion out of the Mountain Man's mouth. As I said, look, everything I'm saying is all from, as I said, I've got the videos, and I will be chopping them up and, you know, showing you what I'm saying is exactly what he said.
Just to say, guys, I was doing that. see this, iMommy. She was one of the first people. I had like 2 subscribers, and she was one of the first people to come in. I always show her love whenever she comes in, because the time frame doesn't work out for us, and she comes in late. So I had to respect Mommy here because, yeah. Sorry.
But these are 2 grown ass men. These are 2 grown ass men, yeah, that are acting like total pricks, to be honest with you. And everyone on YouTube that sits around in this drama arena need to grow up. Like, people got to recognize people are, you know, you got to recognize the best in people, yeah. And when you recognize the best instead of the worst, you will nurture and receive the best of everyone. And whatever you pay attention to will naturally grow, at least for you. But you got to remember that there's a good side and a bad side to everything. Now, Nick's may have some good sides, and the Mountain Man may have some good sides. And
Yes.
I just believe something's got twisted and someone's dragged it on. And I believe, to be honest with you, I think Nick has held on to something that maybe, Nick, you need to get out a little bit more. And as I said, look, you can't dwell in the past because the past has already gone. The future will never come. So you've got to live in the present.
100%.
And you've got to realise that
100%,
this Nick and this Mountain Man have got other things to get on with in their life. You know, just drop it, kiss and make up. Well, not kiss, but, you know, make up, move on with your lives and just squash everything.
Well,
because it's not doing anything. It's not doing any good for anyone's mental health.
The thing about it is, there's no making up here. You can't make up because lies have been told. So
no, with you, lies have been told.
Yeah.
I mean, look, with Nick and Mountain Man, only they know what the truth is, really, to be honest with you. We can only sort of nitpick things that they actually say, you know. Like when he says Nick kicked him and that's why he slapped him. Who knows? There's no proof that Nick kicked him. Maybe he tripped on his bloody foot as he was leaning over or something. Do you know what I mean? Who knows?
Guess what? I don't actually give a fuck. That's the thing. I don't give a fuck what happened between those 2 people. But what I do care about is lies. That's all I care about in this here. Me and the Masked Detective would not be doing this if lies weren't told. and weren't directed at me. The Masked Detective wouldn't have to help me, and I'd just be sitting making. Listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm trying to make a whole series of history and celebrity deaths. That's what I'm trying to do. And then while doing that, there's a guy out there saying who's being controlled by the clown of YouTube, right? Saying that Nick Williams is paying me money. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I have to keep repeating this. And I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I have to. This is fucked up, right? I've just go back, watch all the screenshots that I've showed you. I've offered this person multiple times to reply. He says to me, I'm going on other channels, which is his right to do. But then if you look at the other channels that he goes on to, and then the stuff that he says about me, again, lies. Just all lies. It's absolutely disgusting. And this is the last video. So no, you'll watch this, guys. Remember what I'm saying here, right? This is the last video. And you'll watch the amount of content the clown puts out about this and about me. And then go back to my channel and see the amount of content I put out about that person. You'll very, very little. So that should be proof in itself. That should be proof who's the real bully. These people aren't anti-cyber bullies. These people are cyber bullies masked as anti-cyber bullies. And a lot more, but we're not going to get into that because that's none of our business. Because we could really open a can of worms if we really, really wanted to. And I made it a mission. Me and the Masked Detective could open a can of worms here that would be devastating, but we're not going to because we don't want to, and we don't want to be involved in that shit. It's as simple as that.
Do you know what it is as well, right? Because I like researching, and obviously Nick sounds like a good chap, if you like. So I as I said, I just looked into it, and I like to hear both sides of the story. And then I'll be honest, when he said that Nick was paying Ronan, straight away, because I know who you are and what you're about, I knew that was a lie straight away. So if you can lie, like, think about it. If you can lie about that, what's to say you didn't lie about the whole story and Nick's telling the truth? Seeming that Nick's going to bring all the information, but he's not.
Well, my personal opinion on it is because he's lied about me. Because the Mountain Man's lied about me, I don't believe anything that man says. But I can't put my brain into other people, into the viewer's head, so they know what I know. But if that happened to them, if one person lies, you can never take anything they say as credible. Now, if I'm seeing where that person's affiliating themselves with, after me giving this person the right to reply, I said, you can come on, I will not speak. You can say whatever you want. Nick will not be there. That person chose to go on to a Clear Liars channel. And it's clear what's going on there, and these people will eventually eat themselves. Not the Mountain Man. I'm talking about the channel because I have sympathy for the Mountain Man because I see that he's clearly being used. It's as simple as that. I don't use Nick for nothing. Actually, that's wrong. I use Nick for one thing: to get him on to hear about his life. That's it. That's where, as far as me and Nick's relationship go. Maybe we text the odd time, what's the crack? He maybe tell me an odd conspiracy theory here and there, but other than that, that's as far. I move on to the next person. I move on to the next content. These people dwell in the past, and I feel sorry for the Mountain Man because he's generally being used here by people generally. And just watch it, guys. Just watch this unfold. Watch the amount of content these people put out about this. It's disgusting, and it's bullying, guys. That's the thing is that doesn't affect me, but a lesser, sort of a more sensitive person would be affected by this, and that's what they do. These guys aren't anti-cyber bullies. These people are bullies. You just have to see it right in front of your face.
Yeah, so that's all it is. As I said, it's not, it's not bullying. I mean, if anyone wants to say it's bullying, then, go back and, re-educate yourself. And if the people that we're speaking about say that we're bullying an individual, well, then that individual's bullying himself because, as I said, it's all come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you do? If someone's saying something and they don't realize what they're saying because everything's a fucking lie or the lies are coming out and you don't realize you're, speaking fucking lies, then it's only you to blame, innit? And as I said, he did, he has bullied Ronan.
But yeah, in the technical sense, he has. But it's not bullying. I don't really care because, like, I have, what do you call that? There's a lot of people thought that I was Dark Bot Secrets, And I just played with it. It's like whenever somebody says that I was working for Sean Atwood, I just went, yeah, I'm working for Sean Atwood. And everybody thought that I was working for Sean Atwood. It's just a bit of crack. But with this situation, I find that the lie was insinuated to sort of discredit me getting Nick's aggro. So I think there was a reason for this. We're saying Nick Williams is paying Ronan, so any aggro that comes through isn't going to be legitimate. Do you get what I'm saying? This is what they're trying to do. This is the little games that they play where they can't back up this lie. They can't back up any of this. They are absolutely disgusting human beings. And do you know what I mean? What more can I say? I can't tell people what to think. I'm not a control freak. But I have, guys, I had to block the Mountain Man from my channel. I've blocked the Clown from my channel. I know a lot of their little trolls come over to my channel. They will be blocked too. Any other channels that come over and have a bit of crack with me and maybe have a bit of a slagging match, they're not blocked. But what they do isn't slagging. It's intimidation. That's what it is they're trying to intimidate. That's why I don't read comments anymore, guys. I post and I ghost. I might the odd time I'll do it, but I don't really read comments because why should I? Do you know what I mean? When it's just clowns from over there coming over, do you know what I mean? But they're bullies, guys. That's what they are. They are bullies. And a more sensitive person would take this to heart. And guess what? I know of 2 to 3 women that have been attacked by certain channels, by clowns channels that have had to come off YouTube because they haven't just been attacked on YouTube. They've been attacked on other social media platforms and they've came off YouTube. Guess what, though? Here's the biggie. It's not me. Do you know what I mean? That isn't me. That isn't me. These are creatures, guys. Creatures. What more can I say?
Yeah, I can't say nothing else either. I mean, it's just 2 grown-ass men bickering at each other. It's something children do, you know? Look, my advice, grow the fuck up. Don't live in the past. Don't look to the future and live in the present. And if you're hungry, yeah, go and hunt for your food.
Yeah. Do something. Do fucking something. But now I've retracted my sort of invitation for the Mountain Man to come on and have his right to reply. I've showed you all the screenshots. If you haven't seen it, if anybody's just tuned in, you can go back through this. And I've showed you all the screenshots of my interaction with this person on Facebook Messenger and how weird and creepy this got for me. I asked him countless times, you can come on to have your right to reply. He's refused. He's refused to elaborate on the lie that Nick was paying me. He has no proof. There's no substance to it. And you can go back and watch all that. The only reason I'm here, and I'll repeat it again, it's because this man made a lie up about me that Nick Williams was paying me. And he shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that because he has no proof. This person thought he could come on here and say whatever he wanted and get away with it. Well, unfortunately, you know, the Mountain Man couldn't. But I don't believe it was him, guys. I think he was put up to it. So don't be hard on the Mountain Man. Don't be hard on him, right? Because he's just being used in this whole situation. So don't be hard on him, guys. Don't don't go over and say anything to him. Don't troll him. Don't do anything. Have sympathy and let things take a natural course where he comes to realize that he has been used. So listen, guys, that's it for today. Is there anything else? Any more? Actually, what I'll do is I'll actually just have a wee look through the comments here. Anything you want to say, Fighting Irish? Say it now. Not Fighting Irish. I was reading the thing there. Fucking Mass Detective. I was reading Fighting Irish's comment and said his name. You just speak away if there's anything else you want to say, mate. So yeah, actually, we'll actually say to Fighting Irish. Yeah, look, mate. Yeah, I know you were very skeptical, but you have to understand, mate. I'd be willing to meet you, mate, and show you more stuff that I wouldn't put on here to give you my full thoughts on this. You live 4 miles away from me. I'll meet up with you, and I'll show you everything that you need to see. That's how clear I am.
I do want to say something. Look, I've got no issues, with anyone online. Because that's just not the time. It may seem like I've got issues, but you have to understand that if you bring yourself online and you do things and say things that people can pick up on, be a man and take it on the chin, innit? And say, yeah, I was fucking wrong. Don't go attacking that person saying, oh, he was this, he was that. I don't have no issues with Johnny Woodsman, I have no issues with Nick. I have no issues with the Mountain Man. I wish everybody well. Yeah, but one thing, leave me the fuck alone, because all I'm doing is picking up on your bad actions online. That's it.
Yeah, and another thing, guys, what people have to realize too is, right, even though Nick has provided me proof, you'll see at the start of this podcast, he's provided his passport to prove that he wasn't 37 in 2007. The guy is 59 on the 11th of April, right? The passport's there. I put it up on the screen, guys, right? Blocked out his middle name because he didn't want his middle name shown, but it's got his face and his age, right? So he's proved that article isn't him, right? But he's went one further. He's proved that he was in Sweden in 2007, and he's doing one even further. He's done an acro, and he showed me the correspondence email that he received that the acro was being processed. So he didn't need to do any of that. He just had to show his passport. So that's what a man does to sort of prove his innocence. So all these other people on YouTube that don't want to prove their innocence, you can see who's lying. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying any names, but you can see who's lying. This is what a man does to prove his innocence. If Nick Williams is guilty of anything, I said it many times before, I will destroy him. If there's anything on his acro to do with women or children, I will destroy him, right? But this is the last video I'll be making about this until the acro comes through. And until then, there'll be no more content made about the clown or the mountain man. Simple as that. And you just have to understand where I'm coming from. Right, okay, guys, that's the end. Is that it, mate?
Yeah.
All good. I didn't interrupt you there too much.
Just everyone have a nice day. Live in the present, enjoy your life, and just peace and blessings and love in it.
Exactly. That's what we'll leave you with there. Or do you think I should leave? Will I leave the new viewers with Nick's? Actually, hold on. There we go. I'll share the screen. I'll share the screen one more time to prove that Nick, because I think let me just see. So there you go. One more time. There is Nick Williams' passport. 11th of April, 63, which makes him 59 in the 11th of this month. It's April this month, isn't it? Yes, it is. I should know that because it's my son's birthday. But yes, so he's proved that he's not the person in the article with his passport. Okay. So, all good. Done. You can look at that, and that is it done. Right? All good. Going to end it now. Peace.